is going on, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Luka Doncic. There could be some trouble in paradise down in Dallas with Luka Doncic, and apparently his dislike for one of the front office members in Dallas with the Mavericks. We'll get to more of that right after the bumper. What is happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. I'm here today to talk about Luka Doncic, and there is a report that was first broken by The Athletic, but has since been picked up by a couple of people that Luka Doncic, there's some frustration and potentially him not wanting to be in Dallas long term, and specifically his dislike and disdain for one particular member of the front office. I'm going to read a snippet of The Athletic's report. This is according to Tim Cato and Sam Amick of The Athletic. Multiple team sources are concerned about Doncic's long-term future in Dallas. Enough he has a healthy relationship with the Mavericks and the organization at large, but things aren't perfect according to the report. In February, Doncic snapped at Director of Quantitative Research and Development, Harabos Vogeleris, after a turnover saying, "Don't effing tell me to calm down," after he interpreted a gesture as Vogeleris telling him to do so. Later, Vogeleris, I'm guessing I'm saying this guy's name right, said his gesture wasn't directed towards Doncic alone, but the incident only worsened an already inflamed relationship between the two. Now, their poor relationship is based on more than just the incident, per The Athletic. In April, Doncic told teammates Vogeleris was, quote, quitting on them after he departed a loss to the New York Knicks early. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban responded to the report via his Twitter, calling it total BS. Cuban later spoke to Bleacher Report's Taylor Rook, where he further refuted the report. So, apparently this Mr. Vogeleris is somebody who, allegedly that Luka Doncic doesn't really get along with. Now, let's be real about this thing. Let's really break this down. Luka Doncic is one of the best players in the NBA. I once said I thought he was overrated. Now I've come back to say, shoot, he might be the best in the world. And so he ain't going nowhere because his Supermax that he'll be eligible for next season, I want to say, he just completed his third year, so he'll be eligible for it after next season, is 5 years, $200 million. He's not turning that down. He's not. Nobody turns down the first contract. He's 22 years old. He's going to get a deal. I think he's eligible for it this offseason. 5 years, $201.5 million to be exact. He's not turning that down. So we know for a fact he will be with the Dallas Mavericks till at least he's about 26 years old. So over the next 4 years, for sure, because people don't normally try to get a trade until 2 and 3 years into a 5-year deal, 4 years into a 5-year deal. So Anthony Davis did. It's what a lot of people, Kawhi Leonard, all these guys do when there's normally 1 year left on the deal. So he's going to sign long-term with Dallas. This is interesting though, because Luka for a long time didn't seem like the type of player that would flex his muscle with the organization. Now the majority of this report probably isn't all the way accurate, right? But where there's smoke, there is fire. Where there are leaks and where there are reports, there is something going on. Luka and this guy, do I believe that they do not get along? Absolutely. Do I believe that could affect Luka and his relationship with the Dallas Mavericks long term? Absolutely. Look what's taking place in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay right now because he didn't get along with a guy in the front office. Russell Wilson, now these are totally different sports, but Russell Wilson didn't get along or wasn't liking what the front office was doing, and they changed their attitude, they changed their mind, they changed their stuff. Do I think Luka is powerful enough in the Dallas Mavericks organization to get said man, whoever he is, director of quantitative whatever, fired? Abso-freaking-lutely. I do. So they're going to have to fix this because the reports are out now. Now, do I think Luka's going to be there long term, whether this guy's there or not? Yeah. But do I think Luka should have some leverage? And if he doesn't like this guy, maybe he should lose his job? Probably so. Because this guy, whoever he is, the director of quantitative whatever, does not bring you or does not make you money if you're Mark Cuban in the Dallas Mavericks like a Luka Doncic. This is a generational player. This is a generational talent. This is someone you want to be with your team over the next 15 years. You don't want to lose him or make him upset because you have a director of quantitative whatever that he doesn't like. I'm sorry. It's just that simple. If Luka wants to go, guess what? He's going to have to get going. You're going to have to find another quantitative job with the Rockets or the San Antonio Spurs. He's got a couple options in Houston, get some options out in LA, in California in general. But this is interesting because I do think Mark Cuban, the Dallas Mavericks, I mean, Dallas is a beautiful city. They treat the stars right. They don't normally get big stars to come to Dallas, but when they get them, Dirk Nowitzki, Luka Doncic, they treat them right, and they stay for a very, very long time. I don't think Luka Doncic is going anywhere. Mark Cuban is saying this is all cap. None of this is true. And he's probably right. Most of it probably isn't true, but a lot of it probably is true. That's just how reports work. And where there's smoke, there is fire. These guys didn't just make this stuff up for the most part. And most time they don't happen. But it's going to be interesting to watch this moving forward. For years to come, he's going to be fine in Dallas. But it's going to be interesting to watch that dynamic between Luka and the Dallas Mavericks front office. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr., the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. And a lot of this, too, I want to say this before I get out of here. Luka Doncic is probably just frustrated, man. They just lost. Second year in a row, they lost in the first round. This guy is in his prime now, right? And so he doesn't like losing. He don't like being bounced in the first round. So these reports are probably stemming from the fact that they just lost in the first round for the second straight year to the same team after being up in that series 3-2 and 2-0 to start the series. But once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr., the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out and follow us on Instagram at VF Sports Show. We post content on there all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.